Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching channel messages from the Council of Nine, Council of 12, Council of Light Beings, or any other light beings that decide to join us in these channeling sessions so that we can each time remember a little more of who we are, what gifts we have, and also they take us to different places to activate all this memory and all these gifts. So some of you have emailed me that after seeing this a few times, all of a sudden you have intuition and you could tell you are able to speak to your loved ones on the other side. You're able to just have a knowing of different things. And this is the idea. The idea is so each and every one of us could activate and continue to develop and continue to get all the codes that we need to really see the full reality of our path, of our journey, and learn, take the right steps so we can really at this time be the best that we can be. We will be getting coordinates to travel. And if you don't know how to do that, it's okay. All you have to do is set the intention that I want to go where they're going, for your highest good. And you will go either to where we are or to the place that you needed to go to, even though they're the same coordinates. But sometimes you do go to different places. Not to worry if you're in a different place, if you see things differently. We do sometimes, and we learn from each other. Because when one gets a download of coordinates, one experiences one thing, the others in the collective group experience that and learn that and also get the benefit of the energy and the codes that are being just integrated into us. Now, I will ask you to please close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and just do this willingly and be open, open to receive. You may get your answers to some questions that you've been having. You may get direction. All of a sudden, you may see your answer, or you may just know your answer. So go along with it. Open yourself up and surrender to the process. With that being said, I open the floor to the other members that are here.
2, 23, 14, 7, 18. 2, 23, 14, 7, 18.
Thank you. Okay. So this is what I am experiencing. It's best way I can explain it is weird. That's my
There's been a
middle
lot
name.
of those lately.
Yes, yes. I am seeing literally a portrait that, has been painted. Like, and I keep getting the portrait of Gray. I can't remember the full name of the portrait. That movie where the portrait was getting older, but the person was still staying young. Um, I can't remember the full name of the.
Great.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, but I am seeing a couple, not just the one person. And the portrait is actually, even though it's a painting, is an actual moving. So it looks like they're hugging one moment and then they're walking hand by hand and they're hugging again and they're walking hand by hand and the scenery changes slowly. So I don't know if um, the meaning is it doesn't make any difference where you go as long as you are together and you love that person. Because I see them hugging and I feel the energy coming from that portrait. Like I said, a little weird, but this I know this is a message specifically for someone. Um, basically, oh, and here comes part number two. There's another portrait and another portrait over here, and it's basically like they're together, and then the love dies and they're separate. And at that point, I guess what they're saying is if there is no love between the couple, go your separate ways and be happy. Because I see them both enjoying life, but not even looking at each other. Um, However, that answers somebody's question. I am not saying split up, people. I'm not saying any of that because that is not, I don't recommend to any couple to just get divorced and all that unless there's justification. I am just saying that that is what I'm seeing. That is the feeling I am getting. So maybe that's the answer you were looking for. Now, that's what I'm experiencing. I am sure you ladies in the group here are seeing something different.
It's not so much I'm seeing something different as I'm smelling exotic spices. Um, I think it's saying that number one, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but that developing something new together may help respark the flame. And it may be through culinary efforts. It may be through traveling to exotic places. Um, I'm actually seeing a spice market, as in maybe India someplace. So there's all of these intense fragrances coming up from the spices.
Mm, I'm starting to now get a whiff of it. Ooh,
Yeah, it's
even allspice is in there. Ooh, so that combination is actually very good.
it's very pleasant, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I get the sense that sometimes we've grown accustomed to our individual lives, and we forget that there is a cacophony of joy and love that awaits us if we try new things.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm. It is very strong, though. I have to
Mm-hmm.
admit, but it's still very good. I'm trying to get the recipe right now. Hold on. Because this, I smell ribs with this.
Okay, well I- the open bags are just full of all kinds of spices, from
Mm-hmm.
everyday spices to exotic ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of this menagerie of scents. Um, but with it is texture. Some are uh, finely ground, some are seed pods. Um, and I'm seeing a fern-like spice. I'm not sure what it is, but its has a fern-like leaf to it that apparently gets ground down or used in some fashion. Um,
Mm.
but they're also the scents that are often used in candles. Um,
Not fennel, then. Um, mm.
the richness and colors are intense. You know, a lot of the herbs and spices that we get in our supermarkets in the States um, lack that vibrancy.
Mhm.
Um, and I appreciate the tactile senses that I'm experiencing and revel in all of this taste potential and uh, aromas. It, there's almost a sensuality to it,
Mhm. Mhm.
but there's also musical pipes that are being played, um, bells of different sorts. It's almost like it's almost like a sound bath, uh, but more exuberant, I guess is the right word.
Mhm. Mm.
I think sometimes in the States we get so accustomed to the mundane that
Yes.
we're being shown the exquisite exoticness of this market to remind us that sometimes we have to step outside our comfort zone, step outside our familiarity,
Mhm.
and to experience life in new ways.
Mhm. Yes.
Now I'm hearing a clear, very clear, distinct bell, not a gong, but a bell, calling us to a kind of looks like a traditional art museum on the outside of the building, but it's a temple of sorts,
Mhm.
and there are Hindu gods and goddesses images surrounding the outskirts and the walkways within it.
Mm.
the sense of the market come into this sacred space and ask us to abandon ourselves to the intensity of God's will, the intensity of divine will, um, that which is greater than us, however you wish to express it.
Mhm.
Sometimes I think we as humans think that we can put our supreme being, our divine source into a neat little box, and this is saying very definitely that there is so much richness and depth that we can't even fathom. Um, the gifts, the richness that is being offered to us.
Now I'm walking with you, and I'm inside now, the building,
Mm.
and um, I'm I'm getting one of those um, deities that look like a statue, but they're actually in life form speaking to me. um, which is very interesting. Um,
I think it's Vishnu.
yeah, I was gonna say yes. It definitely looks, like I said, very interesting. And okay, he has a she has a message because I am seeing feminine side, I'm seeing masculine side. So I'm not, they don't want to define themselves either way. They want to just be. Um, I have a message. The each and every person that listens to this or watches this is going to get healing. They're sending healing energy through us out specifically for each person. So if you have a knee pain, they're going to be working on your knee. If you're in pain emotionally, they're going to be working on that. So if you still have not surrendered and open yourself up to this, do so. Just take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and set the intention. So you are then showing them that you're willing to receive. Um, I see now to my right just an eye, no seeing eye. Best describe it. Um, and I'm watching like a long, very wide, long corridor, hallway, very long, and then it's like a column goes round on the top, and then there's a particular statue deity in each one of them. And I see at the very end just a bright light, kind of till it's basically saying you humans have to divide everything, but it's really just the oneness.
Mm.
It is no matter how or what deity you're looking at or how you're experiencing them, it's still the oneness, the one light, the one higher being, the one that's greater than all of us. Um, and you could call it goddess, you could call it God, you could call it both. Doesn't make any difference. It's that oneness, basically. Um,
The energy of the place combined with the scents, the smells that we're smelling, and the sound bath of the different instruments that are there is very mesmerizing and makes me feel very light, um, very uplifted.
mm, yes.
And I'm also hearing distinct gong um, being sounded, and the vibrations from it are kind of mind-boggling. And it's allowing for those people who may not trust such an experience, it allows that vibration to unlock blockages that prevent you from jumping in. So if you're experiencing that intense gong, allow the vibrations just to resonate within you. And if there is something that you've wanted or you are seeking to change, uh, this is an opportunity for you to immerse yourself in that healing. And just kind of reveling in the different expressions of art, the sculpturing of the different representations of the gods and goddesses, uh, the tile work. It's just amazing.
It is. And everywhere you go, it's full of very light, strong energy. There isn't a single corner, or a single aisle, or a single place that is not giving energy off. To me, it's kind of like to take out layers of stuff that you may have been holding on to, um, or even layers of stuff that has been attached to you because you thought you worked on it, but it just hasn't completely gone away. So it's kind of like when you get a Band-Aid, sometimes the glue from the Band-Aid still remains back, even though you took the Band-Aid off. So it's kind of like that. It's taking all that excess off you. So you can breathe, so your pores can breathe, so you can have full energy and let the energy really flow freely without any blockages of any type.
In back of the various statues or sculptures, there are huge crystals, each of a different DNA signature. And that's part of where the energy is coming from that we're experiencing. I'm standing in front of one that has an opal stones in back of it, and it is just breathtaking.
Sense of being separate from each other tends to fall away the longer we're here, and there's an awareness of truly being one with everything. It's not there's the division between things is blurred, and there's the sense of unity and oneness is more and more pervasive the longer we're here.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. It's
Go ahead.
kind of like going back to the saying of different paths or different experiences, different beliefs go back to the same place. All lead to the same love, same God, Goddess, divine. Um,
I'm seeing a lotus flower before me, and it's as if the various world religions of the world, if you will, are individual petals that express some aspect of the divine, and yet without each other, it's incomplete, and yet complete at the same time.
mhm.
Mm. The lotus sits on a water pond, if you will,
Mhm.
but the water pond is a portal access to a watery temple. There's waterfalls, there's running river water, ocean. It's just a complex of various waterways that, if we choose to, we can experience.
Mhm.
There are steps that you can take to walk into it, or there are a number of slide-like structures that will allow you to go in and through the waterfalls and then into the waterway of your choice.
I'm taking the slide.
I can't imagine you not taking this slide.
I just figure I mention it, but redundant.
The natural surroundings of this environment are rich in color, they're rich in floral expressions, and yet not so overpowering that you kind of go, oh God.
Mhm.
Um, and yet there's also that cleansing scent of the ocean, that or fresh rainwater. It's kind of all mixed up together, but depending upon what you're needing or what refreshes you is what you experience.
Well, I'm underwater now. I say I definitely enjoyed my ride down. And there is a dolphin there who is giving beautiful sounds, speaking. And let me see if I can. Okay. Tush kataraitish tabura kayati tush tuduludu. Kaya saya tudush taya kati tudukush kataraitala tudich tikiti. Kurush talarita tai taishto. Let your third eye open up. Receive the healing energy and let that energy funnel down to your heart so your heart gets filled with not just loving energy, but knowing, discernment, and compassion and empathy. And let your heart overflow and go through the rest of your body. And then you become a beautiful lighthouse, glowing, full of love. Kishtirudu stura lagi turikitista karabarati taratitu dirigisturu gusto dadadaiti turu dalla drituru. Just listen to the sounds. The codes are being sent to you. Let them integrate. You don't need to know word for word. You just allow the codes and the sounds to do what they need to do. I thank you. We thank you for your willingness to be here. The more you increase your frequency and your vibrations, the more also beautiful, beautiful Gaia receives. We'll see you. Just take deep breaths and allow that energy to just flow. Some of you are going to start feeling your third eye vibrating. Just let it vibrate. Don't get startled. Just let it roll with it. Jazz, they told me to hand it back to you.
Somebody needs to receive the scent of carnations, the clove depth and subtlety of a carnation. Allow that scent to surround you in waves of in waves of protection, in waves of contentment, in waves of release. Some of you may be experiencing all sorts of water animals, fish, water life. And there are answers in whatever image presents itself to you. I'm seeing a sea turtle. And the sea turtle has a message for someone here. It's asking you to have courage, take the steps that you need on your journey, and the freedom that you will experience is similar to the freedoms of the open water.
Mhm.
I see it, orca breaching the water and sending out its own music, its own speech, and the power with which it breaches for the person who needs this image is the power with which it you can destroy the oppression that you've been experiencing. Um, you have been empowered through the orca to go out of yourself, go out and use the tools that you've been given, and release all oppression that surrounds you and your community. And this has been a fascinating experience, and you could spend a couple million years
Yes.
and not experience all of it. But I'm getting a sense that it's time for us to
Mm-hmm.
begin our journey back.
Okay. 5, 4, take a nice deep breath. 3, take a look around one last time and just let all the energy come, store it, hold on to it, however you want to bring it back. 2, 1, take a nice deep breath and 0 back to your center, back to your own place, and back into fullness. Thank you, everyone. Please remember to like and share so that others can also receive. Thank you to the team that's here with me. Namaste. And as always, love you. Bye.